Hello, everyone. Today, let's delve into the realm of Schopenhauer, but not through the familiar lens of his metaphysics as depicted in The World as Will and Representation. Instead, we shall explore the rhetorical dimension he elaborates in a concise yet profound treatise, The Art of Being Right. This work has achieved significant recognition, arguably more so than The World as Will and Representation, perhaps due to its brevity, merely 20 or 30 pages compared to the sprawling 1,200 pages of his metaphysical opus. The Art of Being Right, published in 1864, comprises 38 strategies designed to ensure victory in debates and maintain one's position against any adversary. Today, we shall focus on these heuristic dialectics, a set of technical and cunning techniques aimed at mastering the art of debate. One cannot overlook the sarcastic undertones in Schopenhauer's rhetoric, yet it would be reductive to confine the work to this dimension alone. The book serves as a manual of rhetorical and intellectual self-defense, empowering the reader to identify fallacious arguments, sophisms, and manipulative behaviors employed by interlocutors. Schopenhauer's stratagems encompass both intellectual and psychological dimensions, recognizing that debates inherently involve emotional elements. Emotions significantly influence our responses to arguments. Thus, to prevail in a debate, one must account for these emotional dynamics and the psychological intricacies of intellectual disputes. Reducing Schopenhauer's book to mere sarcasm misses its broader objective. Schopenhauer himself asserts in the introduction that it is sometimes necessary to employ such strategies to defend our ideas. A true and just idea may remain unheard and thus powerless unless it is advocated with effective rhetorical tools. For Schopenhauer, truth alone does not always suffice, and rhetorical artifices become essential in ensuring our ideas gain traction. The essence of a debate is not merely to seek truth, but to assert our conception of truth. The goal is to convince, and convincing is a form of combat, an intellectual struggle where the objective is to render the opponent's arguments less compelling and to fortify our own stance. Observe the martial lexicon of debate. We speak of opposing arguments, confrontations of ideas, argumentative strategies, intellectual weapons, and winning debates. Schopenhauer's perspective is firmly rooted in the heuristic dialectic, the art of controversy, rather than the Socratic pursuit of truth. For those venturing into Schopenhauer's work, I highly recommend not skipping the introduction. Schopenhauer elucidates our inherent need to be right, especially in public, attributing this to human vanity. Vanity prioritizes appearances over substance, valuing the image of our ideas over their truth. Humans often prefer to be wrong yet praised, rather than right and condemned. This preference for success over wisdom drives us to use rhetoric, manipulating appearances to win public approval. Stubbornness in error, driven by fear of losing credibility, results in intellectual dishonesty and bad faith, often unconsciously employed to maintain our social bearings. Admitting mistakes is perceived as a sign of weakness, leading people to persist in error to save face. The need to prove oneself right is often an effort to convince oneself, driven by self-esteem and self-image. Human beliefs resemble a structure built over a lifetime. Once established, we resist change or questioning, preferring to patch up inconsistencies rather than allowing the structure to collapse. This reluctance to challenge our beliefs makes us defend them vehemently, even at the cost of intellectual honesty. The human need to be right often manifests as stubbornness and a preference for superficial appearances over deeper truths. This behavior stems from the fear of losing one's identity and the comfort of established beliefs. Recognizing this, we must strive to approach debates with openness and a willingness to evolve our understanding, rather than rigidly insisting on being right. In conclusion, our need to be right reveals our fragility, vulnerability, and desire for recognition. When we are confident in ourselves and our thoughts, detached from our image and the judgment of others, we don't need to prove ourselves right. Seeking truth should be about expanding our understanding rather than winning arguments. Socrates' acknowledgement of knowing nothing highlights the ongoing process of learning and evolving our beliefs. True knowledge involves recognizing the fallibility of our understanding and being open to growth and change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into Schopenhauer's The Art of Being Right, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Like the video and comment below with your thoughts on his rhetorical strategies. Let's keep the conversation going.